especially the police officers of Jamaica, they seem to think that Holness is the lordship of our country. They seem to feel like Holness is the grand superior leader, like how Adolf Hitler was. It seems like we are living under a dictatorship, like we are living under a tyrannical regime.
Right now you know we unstoppable. Unstoppable, that mean them can't stop you. Unstoppable, so now we are trained.
Welcome again, Unstoppable family. So people, we have another video right now for Uno take a listen to. I'm not going to tell you what it's all about. So since the whole big C thing start and countries start to have curfew time or lockdown, well, speak of Jamaica for example. We see where a lot of Jamaicans come out in our videos and then vent them frustrations towards or against the PM, right? And then a short while after, probably a couple of days or a couple of hours later, we see another video on the internet where them come embarrassed and apologizing. Well, for the first couple of them, some people did say, yeah man, we like that, the police them and do them thing, yeah, cause them wrong, them not learn, them not understand. But now, it seems like some Jamaicans is starting to have a problem with that. Some Jamaicans that say, yo, it look like Jamaicans not free no more. Because, you know, it's like the country run under some dictatorship thing now. Because if somebody says something towards the Prime Minister, if there's no threat, if there's no kind of threat to the country, then why is the police going for the person and the person have to come apologize on camera? That is what some Jamaicans saying right now. While there are still others who are saying, yes man, them not learn. Yeah, embarrass them. Well, we are going to make you take a listen to what Triple X officer right now, because there was a most recent video where another brother speaking mind towards or against the Prime Minister pertaining to this whole curfew time thing, and then a short time after him have to apologize to the PM looking all embarrassed. Well, Triple X not like that. Triple X say, yo, that right there is violation of the youth human rights. Right? Because he did not send a threat to the PM as far as Triple X say. However, him did not, spit out some explicits in the video in a disrespectful manner. Right? But anyway, take a listen to what Triple X say right here so in another video here. And then we'll talk about it little more.
People, I don't know if you notice what is going on, but I am going to tell you this right now. We are living in the Caribbean right now, and the biggest plantation in the Caribbean at this present moment. Where we are living right now, in Jamaica, it is the biggest plantation in Jamaica right now. We are still living under this colonialistic regime, and not a lot of us take it for granted. Now, we don't see what is going on right now. Alright, I don't business what nobody wants to say. I honestly do not care what anybody wants to say about, okay, if you live in America, if you live in England, if you live in Canada, if you live in any country outside of Jamaica, what you have to say about we staying in our yard or us listening to the Prime Minister is of no concern to us. Whatever you have to say is of no consequence. We're not business about phone input. Law, we only spectator. What you are a fan. You are a fan. And we that live in Jamaica are playing in the match. This is an NBA conference final we in right here now. Our Premier League final, or this are the Olympics. Jamaica right now at the Olympic Stadium, and we are the athletes competing in the stadium. Uno where they are foreign, who are Jamaican or are of the Jamaican diaspora. Uno are onlookers, Uno are spectators. So I do not want Uno where they are foreign to come tell me, you understand, or tell we live in Jamaica what rules to follow, what moves to make, and what play to do. Law we are the one them we are competing at this. You understand me I say? Make we back it out down here and make we cuss and argue. I notice that the most opinionated persons are the persons who have the most to say about this whole curfew and corona business and how Jamaica should handle the things are the people who live at foreign, who does not have a goat in this damn race. You don't have nothing to do with this race. You turn a foreign and do what you don't want to do. The whole of foreign open and them something. When we at Jamaica talk about how Donald Trump in do all them foolishness them, when we talk about Biden and them something, you say, oh, Jamaica love chat and love enough upon yourself in American business like when American. Fine, we an American. So now we make we talk about Jamaican business and focus on what go on in Jamaica. I don't care who want to vex you because I know that a lot of people of the Jamaican diaspora follow me. But honestly, I don't give a shit because someone wanna chat too raw much. Me know me chat too much, you know, me accept that. But me I beg on please accept the fact that wanna chat too much to know. Anyway. I don't know if you don't notice this. Andrew Holness's birthday and his anniversary was in the month of July, in which he opened the country for. I don't know if you don't notice this. As soon as July are done, and after him keep all them event them, him pick them go wherever them for go him anniversary keep the EPA helicopter them a fly back to back and do synchronized flying and upside down spinning and all them something there. Jamaica need for lock back. And the curfew was need for go down. No, it's not only say the country cause party still a keep, permits still a give out, but the hours them gone down. I don't understand how that makes sense. I don't understand what is the difference between 8 o'clock and 11 o'clock when it comes to Corona, because if party still a keep, and the problem is not the party, the problem is the hours. It seems like Corona have one night vision goggles where they go catch people after the place get bleaky and dark. Or Corona is a vampyrinal disease where it only attack people in the heights of the night, where if it is daylight or it is sunlight, it can't go on, because you can get a permit now for any day event, but you cannot get a permit for an event past 8 o'clock. What is this? I don't understand how that make any form of sense whatsoever. And if you as people don't look upon this as stupidity, if you don't look upon this as stupidity and some nonsensical movement, something is wrong with Uno. I would honestly like to see the data, whether it be, well, it can be quantitative data. The data what them I use, it cannot be quantitative data. For those who know about data analysis, quantitative data is data that is information that is numeric, information that can be quantified, things that can be counted, that have statistics that can back it, that is quantified data. This must be some form of qualitative data. And obviously the person who is giving me this qualitative information is somebody that is obviously dunce. So whoever him have from the anti-COVID or the COVID control mechanism, all of them need to be fired. All of them need to be fired. All of them need to go one side and move from both here. That is what I tell you straight. All of them. None of these people who are advising the Prime Minister of Jamaica. And I did say Prime Minister. You notice me say Prime Minister. I'm never say President. I'm never say King. Because for some reason, people in Jamaica, especially the police officers of Jamaica, they seem to think that Andrew Holness is the lordship of our country. They seem to feel like Andrew Holness is the grand superior leader, like how Adolf Hitler was. It seems like we are living under a dictatorship, like we are living under a tyrannical regime, like we are living under a hierarchy where it seems like Andrew Holness is the king, his wife is the queen, and him pity them are the prince them of the country, and we are thus the loyal subjects that should be subservient to this dictatorship. That is how it seems. Because I see this morning I wake up and somebody sent me a video with a brother from Manique acting a fool. Yes, acting a fool. I'm not going to condone what it is that he did, but yes, he was acting a fool and saying that Andrew Holness for this and that and that and that and he want to go party. He was acting a fool. He was acting a fool. I can say this, but not because he was acting a fool. He did not do anything that was illegal. He did not do anything whatsoever that was illegal. He was there, him, one of them brethren, and the person where I videotaped the something in the middle of the road, in the middle of the night, after hours with nobody else around him when he do that video, yeah. And him cuss some bad word and say some things, said some indecent language and put it up on Instagram or Facebook or wherever on his public platform. Now, the language that he used, whether or not it be colorful or distasteful, it was not illegal, nor is it illicit for him to speak what he said and to say what he said. He did not make any threats to Andrew Holness nor his family. He did not make any threats towards the country or anything as of that sort. He didn't, he didn't predict any deaths to the gentleman in question, to the Prime Minister in question. He didn't predict any deaths. He didn't state any oblivions about his family or whatever. But all he did was just make a statement and voice his disgruntlement and show that he was disgusted by the actions of the Prime Minister. Yes, it was done in a very distasteful manner. Yes, it was done in an obscene manner. But was it illegal? Was it criminal? No, it was not. So how is it that after I wake up and get the video, and by the time I brush my teeth, Me see a next video upon quest time, it's upon the whole of the black page them. With this man in the police station, with the police coaching him and how to apologize to not the country, but apologize to the Lord High and Savior, the Most Honorable Andrew Holness. How is that? Why is that? Those police officers, every single one of them there should lose their work and should go to jail, because that is what is called an abuse of power. Those police officers are the one who actually did something illegal, because you infringed on that Jamaicans, that individuals' right in the country of freedom of speech or freedom of expression. Those police are the one who did something criminal, and they should be put behind bars and get the full extent of the law drawn against them for the illegal and illicit activities that they committed against that young man. That is what should happen right now. Those police are the true criminals in this situation. And I'm happy that all of the police officers them are the main one, the main perpetrator that was leading the jest against the young man. His face was fully visible in the video. And I would advise that individual and this family to take legal actions against him and the JCF for that was committed. Because it wasn't committed privately. It was committed as an extension of the law, as of an extension of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, because it was done inside of a police station. It was done in the uniform of the police station, of the JCF, and it was done on the time that was being paid by the taxpayer to that police officer by the Jamaica Constabulary Force. So that was being done at the exertion or at the duress of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. So that is a crime that the state has committed against a Jamaican individual. And if that is not the definition of tyranny, I do not know what is the definition of tyranny. That is a tyrannous act that police and the Jamaica Constabulary Force, and I'm not going to say that police, I am going to say the Jamaica Constabulary Force committed against that individual. Me say, be a vlogger. I put up be a video and I laugh and I run with it and I say he ha 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 ha, and I make joke of it. But this, you see them joke here we do. You see them joke here we run off of them something here. Them when it make them joke off of them something here, you just slowly but surely allow these things to become socially acceptable. Allow it to be acceptable for the police to impose our rights or to encroach on our dignities. When we laugh off of them something here, when we look on it and say, right, see there, forget him should never listen to me now, man. Everybody have the right to speech and to express themselves, as long as you are not invoking any form of, we call it now, violence against the person. You can say anything you want to do, as long as it is not considered as hate speech, as long as it is not considered as defamatory speech. And when we talk about defamatory speech, I talk about speech that is going to tear down that person and make that person seem like less than what that person is. And that person, the man, have all right to be upset, even though and him have all right to say what him say on Fame social media platform, because him put it up on Fame platform. Him never put it up on the government platform where them can encourage for them right. Him put it, the government own Facebook, the government own Instagram, the government own TikTok. You understand? Zine? So all of them something we start about, oh, you have to come up. No. And we don't see what going on. We slowly but surely give our rights to another country little by little. Me did one, you know. When this whole corona something has started, you know. And when them start with them curfew something, right now, the government of Jamaica is power drunk. The government of Jamaica is intoxicated with power. Everything is good in moderation. Everything. Chocolate good in moderation, alcohol good in moderation, even cocaine itself is good in moderation, because cocaine is what is used to make morphine. Everything is good in moderation. Is when you set so and you over imbibe and over indulge in this, in whatever it is that you're doing. That is what causes the breakdown or the decay of whatever it is that the thing is being introduced to. It is good for the government to have power and be able to exert power, you know, and to exhibit their strength. But what is happening right now is the overexertion of power from the government. Overexertion of power from the government. The government is dealing with us like say we are some slave. Like say we are just the subjects to the crown. And the last time I checked, Jamaica was a sovereign state. So when we look at all of them something we are going right now, we cannot laugh. We cannot be oh so happy and go lucky about it. You understand? When I say the 11 o'clock curfew coming up, I see. Because me I go road at night time. Me I tell you, me I go road at night time, me I go party. And I am seeing the police, them now running at the party, them and lock up people, and this and run down the people them again with the 11 o'clock curfew. And them now come kick down liquor and turn over table and kick over bar and all them things. And people run up and down like police and thief. When I see them something now go on again, I say, you know, say this now go last. This is not going to last. Because I see one thing about Jamaican people, especially the Jamaica Constabulary Force and the government of Jamaica, once them have power, them not let it go. Anytime them have power, them not let it go. When they moved the curfew to 11 o'clock, them say they gave up some of their power that they had. The power that they had on hand, the fear that the persons, the party goers had of them, it dissipated. So they had to take it back. I went to court yesterday. I know if you don't see, if you don't watch me Instagram, I went to court yesterday. And while I was in court yesterday, all of the cases were being tried about a lot of people who had the curfew, the breaking the curfew act or whatever you want to call it. They came to court yesterday. And I saw where 32 persons were brought in from one event. 32 persons were brought in from one event. And they were heard in front of the judge. And after the 32 persons were heard in front of the judge, they got the chance to plead guilty or not guilty to breaking the curfew act. Well, they were already caught outside, so it was impossible for them to plead not guilty. Some of them plead guilty, some of them plead guilty with explanation and explain that, okay, this was the reason why they were there, or they were that and whatever. And out of these 32 persons, the least that any individual was charged for breaking the curfew was 50,000 Jamaican dollars. Do the mathematics on that. Do the mathematics on that. 32 persons with the least charge being 50,000 Jamaican dollars. People were charged $100,000. So the least. So if we say so we average off everybody at $50,000, we could say $50,000. That is $1.6 million that the government of Jamaica made in revenue. And that entire trial didn't last. That entire trial did not last for 30 minutes. 32 persons came in as plaintiff at once. 32 persons came in as plaintiff at once. And all 32 persons were tried at the same time. And all 32 persons were sentenced and judged to pay at least the minimum of 50,000 Jamaican dollars. That's 1.6 million Jamaican dollars. 1.6 million Jamaican dollars that was made in less than 30 minutes. And there were several, while I was there were several other like 5, 10 persons that came into the court for the same breach. And all of these people were made to pay. You understand? All of these people were made to pay. So when I look at it and I say, okay, and all of these people were charged from before the curfew was moved from 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock. So these are like the remnants of what was there from before, because you know you get your court date like 30 days later, or some people got more than 30 days later because the courts are overburdened with the amount of persons that are being charged with these crimes. Now the thing is this now. All of these persons that are charged with these crimes, it's either you pay the fine or you spend 90 days in jail. After you get charged and fined, then bring it to the holding cell, and they do not let you out of the holding cell until your $50,000 is paid. So you don't get a chance to leave the court to amass the amount that is fined. So whoever is there, your family member or whoever, you have to make a call to them, and them have to seek and find the money to come and bail you out of jail. Now, you need to understand this. So all what talk about, oh, the government are trying to help with to stop corona. This is bullshit. The only and the sole reason that the government is doing this and will not stop the curfew is because it is providing financial gains to them. It is providing a financial subsidy to the government. You understand? Zine, 1.6 million Jamaican dollars in less than 30 minutes. Just think about that. If let us say that they make $2 million in a day, and the courts are open for 20 days each month, you see, and they make $2 million, that's 80 million Jamaican dollars each month off of us that alone. It might not seem like a lot, but when you think about that over a 1 year period, you understand? When you think about that over a 1 year period, that's over almost $2 billion in revenue that the government get from encroaching on persons freedom. From the simple just encroaching on the freedom, the government gets $2 billion from a simple encroachment on the freedom. And this encroachment of freedom is being supported by the masses. Because the masses are saying, okay, we don't go to road at night time. These dirty junkers that are going to road that are spreading corona, are them are the problem. Now we're going to 100 cases of corona per day. The deaths are down to nothing. There are no deaths now. We have been in this pandemic for over a year now. Almost a year and a half we've been in this pandemic right now. We've increased the amount of bed spaces. We've increased the amount of respirators in the country. We've increased the access to oxygen in this country. And now we are up to 100 cases a day. And we're not having the deaths that we were having from before. And we're having more cases now than when it just started. So this is this reason enough for you to close the country back down? And saying, okay, let us lock the place down because we're having more cases, but we're having less deaths. We are more equipped to deal with it now. So let us close back the country down. How does that make any form of sense whatsoever to you people? If it is not because of the monetary gain being garnered from this lockdown. If it is not the money that they are gaining from the lockdown, what is it? Because locking down is not causing a reduction in the cases. Whenever they open the country, they must, whatever pundits that were there, that were there from the ministry, from whatever ministries that were there, that advised for the opening or for the relaxing, for the relaxing of the COVID rules, they must have predicted, they must have had predicted that there would have been a spike after the place opened up. Because every country is experiencing a spike right now. There must have known that they would have experienced a spike. This is a must. So you cannot jump and say, oh, because there's a spike, right? Because you must have predicted this. And if you didn't predict this, obviously, again, I'm saying that everybody who is in the ministry that is doing it need to be fired because they are dumb. They not have no sense, because me not have no sense, and me can know, say, once you let out, it's like, if you have a pitney lock up in a house every day, the pitney not going to get no cut. But if you look pitney for run up and down out the door, it must drop and it must get cut. It must get more cut out the door than we're not going to get inside. So you must predict this. So it's either you say, alright, boom, I'm going to let him out and I'm going to live with somebody cut them where I'm going to get. Or what? You must have something like this plan. So not because the place go out and you see spike in it. There must be a spike. And this is ridiculous. We cannot allow corona to force us to live like hobbits. And as I'm saying, this whole thing we are going is not a matter of corona. It is not a matter of corona. It is about the government getting revenue. And it is about the police officers, the JCF, having power and immunity and impunity to deal with people like we are nobody. It is they want the power to can run in and box down off a box down, drop up off a drop up, fling who them want to fling in a truck, pepper spray people who are not criminals. The people who are going to parties are not criminals. So that yesterday my brother, like, they are not criminals. These are people who are seeking enjoyment and recreation. If you can live without enjoyment and recreation, that is fine to you, and I applaud you. I give you 2 thumbs up and I give you a round of applause. That is wonderful for you. But there are other persons who cannot do without. A lot of you are thinking about, oh, them for have manner, them for us listen and don't bother, don't go on a party. You name pork, right? You eat pork. Not for them will say them say name pork. The Bible say enough in name pork, and you still name pork. You as a woman, you wear a skirt, right? The Bible say enough for wear a skirt. You know for wear pants, and you wear pants. No. It say enough for fornicate, and you still a fornicate. It say enough for bad mind people, and you still bad mind people. So why is it that you can conform to all of the rules them over there? Everybody are not the same thing. 10 brother, 10 different mind. So what is good for you and what you can suffice with, other people are not going to be able to suffice with. You understand? I mean, I beg on the people, open on 2 eye them pound here, so no need no 3rd eye. I don't talk about none of them fantasy sitting there. Open the 2 eye them, use the ears where God give you, and use your senses, the same smartphone where you are watching up and do your own research. Don't take my word for it. Look for what going on in the entire world and everywhere else are open up. Everywhere else, you don't have to wear a mask. But the America, I don't have to wear a mask no way. The mask is optional. And them a spike over there. I mean, when nobody comes say, don't compare America with Jamaica, because that's a first world and we are third world. Irrespective of that, our incidences are way less. And them a first, our death rate is way less. And we are third world. And them a first world country. So what that show you? What does that show you? We have more people are dead each day by motor vehicle accidents than the amount of persons we are dead from corona in a month. Think about that. Think about that, man. Me not say Corona not serious, you know. I am not saying it not serious, but I say it does not deserve this type of attention. It doesn't deserve this type of panic. Because of Holness, we have become so hateful and so insociable. We're so scornful of people and individuals. We don't have no form of social interaction like that anymore. Because of this whole Corona something. It turned the whole away in a hate. We hate with neighbors them now. We as Jamaica, we were communal people. We look out for one another irrespective of whatever, how much crime and violence there. Jamaica is still a wonderful country. I don't want nobody to come talk about my country or shit on my country, mash up. I love my country. Gone to bed, I love my country. Look, watch a cold bomb run over my skin. I love my country with every single thing in me. I love my country. I am a Jamaican. And I will never ever stop being a Jamaican no matter how I'm going in the world, no matter how I do. Who wants to me this or who wants to me that? At the end of the day, something Jamaican. That's me. I love my country. And when I talk them something, I talk it because I love. I don't talk because I say go vote for PNP, go vote for Labour, right? I talk because it's my country. And I appeal to the most honourable Holness. I appeal to you with nothing but respect, sir. I don't want you to take this as no disrespect. I appeal to you with nothing but respect. Be cognizant of the fact that there are persons out there who need social interaction to live. Be cognizant of that fact. I know you try to help this and I know you try to help that, but think about better ways. Work smart, brother. Nobody work stupid, work smart. You're supposed to have the most intelligent persons in this country. I advise you. But obviously you don't. So I'm asking you, please, revamp. Fix up your cabinet, dash out of dash out, and sort out of sort out, and get some modern minded and some scientific minded individuals to come in to come deal with something the right way. Learned people. If you have to spend some money and get some people from foreign, because you feel like say Jamaican two dons, get some of the people from over Sweden where you control something the right way, over Germany, get some of the people from Australia and bring in some of them specialists there to come help you out. Because we're not afraid to beg for help. Because if I did football I go on, we didn't need the help. We weren't going to Brazil go get René Simoes. So if we can get René Simoes to help go World Cup, we must can get somebody from Australia to come help we get through Corona. Simple 1-2. Simple 1-2.
Now Triple X talk about a whole heap of things. Yeah, a whole heap of things. A long time we there listen though. Yeah. But me just didn't want to hear everything what Triple X did have to say in other video. Yeah. Now, uno tell me down below in the comment section. Let's have the conversation. Do you agree or disagree with Triple X? This is a conversation that I think we need to have. Do you think Jamaicans are actually free or are we actually living under a dictatorship? More on to talk to me in the comments. Do we actually have the thing where them call free speech or are we being censored and we can't speak with mind freely? More here for your thoughts and opinions. Talk to me down below in the comment section. Alright, me I go look for it. As long as your comment makes sense, then I will definitely respond. Watch ya. This has been another one from Unstoppable TV. Like, share, comment, and definitely if this is your first time here and you have not yet hit the subscribe button, where you wait upon, hit that subscribe button now. Turn on all notifications. Once we upload a video, you will get notified. No matter what, don't make nobody stop you. I'm unstoppable and I'm out.
Right now you know we unstoppable. Unstoppable.